A very good morning to one and all. So, in this video lecture, I will be discussing you about some important multiple choice questions based on operational amplifiers. So, this is your ideal op-amp characteristics, and based on these ideal op-amp characteristics, we have some multiple choice questions, and we'll discuss this now. So, determine the output. The first question is determine the output from the following circuit. So your input is given to the inverting terminal of the op amp, and so the output should be 180-degree phase shifted. Okay, so the option B will be the right answer. That is 180-degree out of phase with the input signal. So your next question is, so which of the following electrical characteristics is not exhibited by an ideal op amp? So ideal op amp, we have some characteristics like input, infinite voltage gain, infinite bandwidth, infinite output resistance. This is what we have to think over it. And the last option is infinite slew rate. So your option that is wrong is infinite output resistance. Your output resistance of ideal op amp is 0. Okay, so your answer is C. An ideal op amp characteristics requires bandwidth because of what? So because an ideal op amp has infinite bandwidth, and therefore my frequency signal from 0 to infinity hertz can be amplified without any attenuation. So that is my answer. So your option is A. So what is the ideal op amp has infinite voltage gain, and why? So my fourth question is ideal op amp has infinite voltage gain because either to control the output voltage, option B to obtain finite output voltage, option C to receive zero noise output voltage, option D to none of these. So my option is answer is B, as because the the voltage gain is infinite in ideal op amp. The voltage between the inverting and non-inverting terminal is essentially zero for the finite output voltage. So the fifth question, determine the output voltage from the following circuit. So since your input is given to the non-inverting terminal of the op amp, so the output should be gained should be in phase with the input with the multiplied gain of A is equal to 2. So it should be multiplied by gain 2. So my answer will be option C. So because it is the output voltage is multiplied with plus or minus 2 voltage. So an ideal op amp, when the inverting terminal is 0, the output will be in phase with the input signal. So sixth question is find out the output voltage of an ideal op amp if V1 and V2 are two input voltages. So for an ideal op amp, the output voltage should be A into V1 minus V2. So this is your output of an op amp that is ideal. So option B. So how will be the seventh question, how will be the output voltage obtained for an ideal op amp? So amplifies the difference between the two input signal. That should be the ideal op amp for the output voltage. Eighth question is the signal of an inverting terminal of an op amp is 0. Find the output voltage if the other input voltage is the figure in this figure, as this figure. Okay, so the question is to find the output voltage, okay, when the signal is given to the inverting terminal of the op amp, when the signal is given to the non-inverting terminal of the op amp, that says that the signal of an inverting terminal of op amp is 0. Okay, then my output should be option A, which has inverted, and it should be have a same gain, and it does not multiplied with any gain. Okay, so since the input is given to the inverting terminal of op amp, the output should be inverted by 180-degree phase shift, okay, without any gain multiplication. So next question is which is not an ideal characteristics of op amp? So the option A is input resistance 0, input impedance 0, bandwidth infinity, open loop gain infinity. So my answer is option A, because input resistance is infinite and it is not 0 for an ideal op amp. So next question, 10th question, find the input voltage of ideal op amp. It is ideal op amp, it's one of the input and output voltages are 2 and 12 volt and gain is 3. Okay, we know the output voltage of an op-amp is V0 is equal to Vin minus V2. So multiplied with the gain. So we know one of the input voltages is 2 and output voltage is 12. So let us consider V input is equal to 2 voltage and output voltage V0 is equal to 12. So on cross multiplying and putting gain value as 3, on cross multiplying the values we can get the output voltage is equal to minus 2 volt. So the option is D. So find the ideal voltage transfer curve of a normal op-amp. So this is a different curves of voltage transfer curve of a normal op-amp. So which one is the best answer is that option C. So which has the slope as this, and this will be the ideal op-amp voltage transfer curve. Okay, so next question, which factor does determine the output voltage of op-amp? So either the positive saturation, negative saturation, both positive and negative saturation, that what we have seen in your last figure, last question, transfer curve. So the answer is positive and negative saturation voltage. So you should remember these pin diagrams and the circuit diagram of your op-amp. So based on these we'll have some multiple choice questions. So open loop op-amp configuration has what? Direct network between the output and input terminal. That is what your answer. In which configuration does the op-amp functions as a high gain amplifier? Whether in differential amplifier, whether in inverting amplifier, whether in non-inverting or above mentioned. So the answer is all the above mentioned. It will act as a high gain amplifier. Your 15th question is, how does the open loop op-amp configuration classified? So based on what? So it is based on input applied. Okay, so where the input has been applied, depending upon that your op-amp configuration will be classified. 16th question is, what will be the voltage drop across the source resistance of differential amplifier when connected in open loop configuration? Option A. Okay, so what is the question is, what will be the voltage drop across the resistance of differential amplifier when it's connected in open loop configuration? It will be 0. Your 17th question is, the output voltage of open loop operational amplifier is equal to the product of voltage gain and the difference between the two input voltage, as it is we know this. So next question is 18th one, calculate the output voltage for the given circuit. So the circuit is being given with the input is given in both the terminals of inverting and non-inverting terminal of op-amp, and a gain is being given as 4. So your output applying this in your equation, that is V0 is equal to gain into input V2 minus V1, you will get a 12 volt, and that will be your answer. So next question is, determine the output voltage for the non-inverting terminal of input voltage 37 microvolt sine wave. Assume that the output is 741. So your given input is 37 microvolt and your output is 741. So it is being amplified with an gain value of 22 lakhs. Okay, gain value of 2 lakhs. Okay, 5 zeros, 2 multiplied with 5 zeros and multiplied with your input voltage, and you will get a value of 7 volt pp. Okay, sine wave. So your answer is 7.4 volt pp, that is option C. So what happened if any positive input signal is applied to the open loop configuration? Option A, output reaches saturation value, that is your answer. Okay, so we'll discuss these remaining MCQs in your next class, next video lecture. So till now we have seen 20 MCQs depending upon your characteristics of ideal characteristics of op-amp and open loop configurations of op-amp. So keep in touch. We'll see you next class. Thank you.